hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. That's right. Excuse me. Late September, right at the end of September here. Quail Creek. What's going to happen today? Well, we're going to start out trolling for some trout. Water temperature is 73 degrees right off the bat. Okay, still a little warm. Let's see if we can bring one in. So I'll try for some trout, maybe some bass, maybe some bluegill. Who knows? We'll see what the day brings. But for now, trolling has begun. Join me, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. It really helps us out. Let's get them. Ooh, just got a hit. Just got a hit. Snap, snap, snap. Yeah, so like I said, late September here. I haven't been out here since, I think we came out here in March, late March of this year, so it's been a minute. And yeah, the water's low, of course, but we'll see what happens today. I got a fish one. What's going on? No. Wow, that was weird. Well, I'm seeing fish on the graph, whether it's trout, bass, or bluegill. Remains to be seen, but there's something down there. I just got a couple nice hits. Right there. I got a fish on. Fish on. Yeah, I think I do. I think I do this time anyway. Yep, there's that one. Dinky dink. Dinky dink. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Did I even need to know that? You gotta be kidding me. Well, there's a first for everything. And today, you're witnessing it. I have caught my first largemouth bass on Quail Creek. That's right. What do you think, folks? We're gonna get them back in. Now, he hit on that. Oh no. Oh, what heart. Well, I didn't get skunked. Well, I guess there are bass in Quail Creek. How about that? I just saw a trout come to the surface. Alright. So I'm just starting out with a little Rapala shad wrap craw pattern. Give that a run for a minute and see where the day takes us. Of stuff right there coming over. What all that is. Bluegill maybe. A bunch of them. Alright, so I just went over what looked like a big old swarm of bluegill. I'm actually going to troll over that. This is a DT16 and that's in a bluegill pattern. So we're going to go over that. Maybe there's a bass hanging on the outskirts of that school and a bass larger than the one I just brought in that might be in this big old fat DT16. The word on the street is Quail Creek's got some large bass in here. I've never caught one. I haven't tried that hard, but I sure would like to see one. They haven't been like fished out or anything. We're in the water with that big old DT16. Come on. I guess something. Wow, it's 70 feet of water right now. It just drops. Interesting. That'll go back up to 20 feet. What's gonna happen? Yeah, nothing on the DT. So go back trolling, but I'm gonna switch out of that shad wrap and go to the hardcore shad right there. We're gonna give that a shot for a second. Look at that. That's definitely bluegill. Man, oh man. All right, I just came over another big school. I'm gonna go drop down, see how big that is. This little gulp minnow. See if there's some bluegill down there. There's a huge school of something. They're right behind the boat. About 20 feet of water. It's gonna take a minute for this to get down. Right over it. Oh man, there's something down there. Let's get down. See what's happening. If anything. Yep, that's bluegill. This one. Nice bluegill. Oh. Yes. That is a nice bluegill. Absolutely. Right on. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, this one. It's not so big. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them down there. Ow. Got me on that. Is a just enormous school of fish down there. I'm just right over a big school. Whoa. Oh. Well, I see what the school is. It is. They're right at the top here. It's a huge school of baby smallmouth bass. Oh no. And they're going after the they're going after it. Oh no, maybe we can catch one. They're swarming it. Oh my goodness. Oh, got one. Look at that. Oh, folks, I tell you what. Wow, man, if there's any large trout around, I bet they're having a field day on those small bass. But there's just a huge swarm of them down there. Thousands. I mean, it's just all this area. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna troll around this school for a second. I'm gonna switch the pattern on that hardcore shad and go with something a little more silvery and kind of similar to some of those bass color. It's not quite there, but it's similar. It's more than the orange. And see if anything's hanging around that school, smacking them. Fish one. I think I do have. Oh yeah, I do have a fish one. For how long? Do not know. Very big. Still on. Maybe on. Nope. seen some action trolling. I haven't got one in the boat yet, but what I have, there's a bass. A couple hits here and there. Pretty weak though. I got a fish one. Yeah? I got one this time? Man, they're just so sluggish. It's bizarre. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it's normal this time of year. Do I have a fish? I have a fish this time. And it's a bass. Again, a bigger one. What's going on here? Bigger than the last two. Jeez. Oh, there's another swarm. I'm back in a swarm. You could throw a cast net right now and get 100 bass. What? I mean, look at here. Look at the graph. That's just the swarm of them right down there. Fish one. Oh, yeah, I got a fish one. It's probably another bass. Fish? Yep. Yep. I think it's a bass. Oh, what is it? Yep. Stinking bass. Look at this. Oh no. They're everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the Rapala rattle trap here. This is a number 5. We've done well with this particular lure, actually in a size up, a number 7 for bows out on Panguitch Lake. So this will get a little deeper than that hardcore shad, and give it a try out here. A couple passes won't hurt anyway. See if that'll fend off the bass. Probably not. Do a couple casts. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the Rapala shad wrap and see what happens. A lot of nothing. I'm seeing things on the graph, but I don't know. There was quite a bit of moon up last night that may or may not be affecting the trout bite. Maybe I'm just not using the right lures. You can choose any variable you want, but there's not a lot of action right now. Slowly making my way back over to the western shoreline, the Bass shoreline. I'll stay out a little farther this time when I troll up it or down it. Try and stay out of that giant school. Maybe we can pick up a trout on the outskirts. They've got to be sitting on the edge of that school just whacking them. Or trout could be fished out right now. Who knows? Who knows? But one thing's for certain. There's bluegill and baby bass in here. Something's in here. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a trout there. Oh, he's in lunch. Oh, man, he's still on. That is a nice fish. Ah, did the camera get him launching like that? That's a trout, baby. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, man. Oh. Yes. The net ready for this guy. Gotta get him in the boat. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Whew. I jerked the rod out of my hand. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a nice trout. It's a nice trout. Oh, no, he jumped out of the net. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Take it. All right. Well, that was awesome. Released for another day. And there is a school behind the boat, no doubt. It's got to be the bass. You can see on the graph, just the school here. And that's undoubtedly got to be the bass. All right, back to trolling. I'm over at the eastern shoreline. I was just trolling around and back to seeing schools or something. I mean, at this point, they could be bass, or they could be bluegill, be anything. So that same 18, 19 feet of water, we're gonna give a toss down there and see what's down there. Well, it's good if they're about that big.
Yeah, I caught lots of those, right?
Thousands of them.
Crazy.
They must have just stocked it or something.
No, they're just all hatching and growing.
Oof.
I like your channel.
Hey, thank you very much.
You do a good job.
Thank you. You guys having any luck?
Yeah, we're just catching a few trout.
Yeah. Find any bluegill?
No.
I found some over there, but the bass swarm me so much I can't even get to them.
Isn't that crazy?
Right?
Those little ones are everywhere. I've never caught so many little ones.
That whole shoreline's just covered in them.
I've never caught so many little bass. It is unreal.
Maybe they'll just survive and get huge, right?
That's what we're hoping. Right?
Good luck.
Yes, you too.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, that's a good one.
There's bluegill.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so that school appears to be bluegill. They're down there. This one, is it a bass? Is it a bass? Oh yes, it is a bass. I mean, it just, look at this. There's just thousands of them. Western shoreline, eastern shoreline, they're everywhere. All right, let's go back to trolling. There's some trout in here. take a break and refresh for a second. Just a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Cheers, folks. I'm gonna try some Texas rig trench hog action. I'll go back to a couple of these spots where I saw these fish hanging out in deeper water, like 40 feet or so around some structure. And we're gonna get this down at the bottom. See if there's an actual larger size bass hanging out. So I gotta take a second and find these places again. But it's worth a shot anyway, because the trolling's not really producing much. And then when I try and find the bluegill, it's just swarms of bass, baby bass. Alright, try someplace else. Alright, right over here. Alright, we're giving the old trench hog a try for a bit, and it has done nothing. So we'll go back to trolling for a little bit and then probably wrap it up, because it's already getting into afternoon now. So, interesting day for sure. Alright, it's gonna be my last troll. I'm gonna actually head on back to the ramp. It's now early afternoon, so that was my morning. Pretty interesting, pretty slow. Not my best day out here, but certainly not my worst. Managed to get one nice bow in the boat and some bluegill. Found some bluegill, but everywhere I found bluegill, there were swarms of baby bass. So it was, wow, I've never seen anything like that out here. I've seen something similar on Sand Hollow, but not this late in the year. I mean, it's almost October now. It's in September, so it was really interesting. Anyway, I mean, western shoreline, eastern shoreline, northern, the bass were everywhere, swarms of them. Well, it is what it is. But yeah, the trout fishing, not so hot for me. But that's just fishing for you. Doesn't mean they're not in here or it's not good. It's just not great today. So there you have it, folks. Quail Creek into September. I'll probably come back out here maybe in November or something when it cools off more, see what happens. But there you have it. Thanks for watching. Tight lines, folks. Stay safe out there. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the patrons. Thank you all for sticking with us. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. See you next time. D-Rock out. Adios. All right, as I was unloading the boat, Department of Natural Resources guy came up to question me about the fishing. I said, yeah, it's slow. What have you heard? And he said the same thing. He said the fishing's been slow. So it wasn't just me. Anyway, I questioned about the bass. I was like, man, let me ask you something. There are thousands of baby bass all over the eastern, western, and northern shoreline. They were everywhere. And I asked him if they had been stocked. And he's like, nope, they haven't been stocked. It's all natural. Hatched in quail. So that's interesting. Well, to me anyway, I had no idea. So there you have it. Lots of bass and quail right now, about that big. Hopefully they get bigger. Imagine they'll be feeding the trout and everything else in there for quite some time. So there you have it, folks. Into September, whole bunch of bass, not many trout, and the bass ain't big. Thanks again, folks. We'll see you next time. D-Rock out.